evening, but very windy here at Rams Stadium as we welcome you into game number 2 of 63rd District seeding matchups as the Russell Red Devils travel to meet the Raceland Rams. Good evening, everyone. James Carr, happy to have you along with us here tonight. A beautiful evening, a little bit breezy, but much warmer than what we saw last night. It was a 5-3 win by the Rams over in Flatwoods. Russell led the game 2-1 into the third. Raceland got a run back in the fourth and then tacked on. They led it 5-2 going into the seventh. Russell plated one off of a leadoff error by the Rams. They brought the runner around and scored on a wild pitch. But Landon Bloss goes the complete game distance to get the victory as the Rams go to 3-0 in district seeding play. The game was originally supposed to play here, and then this game was at Flatwoods tonight, but there's a big track meet over at Russell, so they flip-flopped the nights. So that's the reasoning for the changes. Raceland will be on the road Thursday night down at Bath County, and then they'll head off on Friday down to Owensboro for the All-A State Championship Elite 8, in which they will play in their first round LCA out of Lexington. Two good pitchers tonight that'll line up for Raceland. It'll be Pregame Davidson, and on the bump for Russell is Griffin Fisher. Happy to have you along with us. We'll step out for a break. We'll come back, meet our starting lineups, and get you ready for first pitch. Beautiful night for baseball here for some 63rd District action. It's the Red Devils and the Rams next on the Rams Sports Network.
Trust is something earned, not given. For over 90 years, KFB has built trust in your community. We believe our neighborhood is our responsibility. Through our quality service, innovative products, and local decision-making, we are committed to your financial success. Better financials lead to a better life. All with the Better Bank headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
When Faith opened Ram Pharmacy, many said a pharmacy would never make it in Raceland. Too small, not enough traffic, not a prime location. But one man remembered the words, "If I be lifted up, I will draw all men to me." At Ram Pharmacy, you're more than a customer. We care about your mind, body, and soul, and there's no thing we wouldn't do to help you with your healthcare needs. Proud supporters of Raceland Elementary and the high school, go Rams! Give God the praise and do Curtis a favor. Go to church on Sunday. Call 836-RAMS today. Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life. Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located at 214 Main Street in Old Russell, is your headquarters for sports collectibles, along with a huge selection of Funko Pop characters from sports figures to novelty characters to choose from. Ison's also offers team apparel for pro and collegiate teams and has varsity team jackets available for all local teams with customization available. Ison's features several autographed jerseys for purchase with cards for every set available as well. Stop by Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located on 214 Main Street in Old Russell, and check them out on Facebook. When joint and muscle pains slow you down, let Doc get your body realigned at Johnson Chiropractic. Dr. Shannon Johnson offers a wide variety of treatments from chiropractic care, corrective exercises, and electrical stimulation. Doc also offers DOT exams and drug screens. He also provides pre- and postnatal chiropractic services to help new mothers alleviate stress drug-free. To schedule an appointment, call 606-473-5151 or visit them online at drshannonjohnson.com. That's Johnson Chiropractic's proud supporter of Raceland Athletics.
Back here at Ram Stadium on a beautiful night for baseball here in this second 63rd District matchup between the Red Devils and the Rams. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. We'll start first with Tim Rice's Russell Red Devils. Gunnar Hignon will lead things off. He'll play second base. Lane Paxton will play shortstop and bat second. Dawson Watta's in left, batting third. Kilo Anchetta will do the catching and will bat the cleanup position. Hayden McGowan will be the DH. He'll hit for the right fielder, Caden Criswell. He'll bat fifth. Jacob Tolliver's at third base, batting sixth. Jaden Frazier is at first base, batting seventh. Griff Fisher, will do the pitching. He'll bat eighth, and Grayson Kaiser's in center field, batting ninth. Hignite, Paxton, Watta, Anchetta, McGowan, Tolliver, Frazier, Fisher, and Kaiser. And again, Criswell in right field. Now the lineup for Marty Mills, Raceland Rams. Usual suspects. Gunnar Smith will lead things off. He'll play center field. Landon Bloss is at first base tonight after pitching last night. He'll bat second. Pregame Davidson will be on the bump tonight. He'll bat third, and Parker Rice will do the cleanup duties, playing shortstop. Graydon Floyd is the DH tonight. He'll hit for the third baseman of Caden Smith. He'll bat fifth. Braden King will do the catching, batting sixth. Michael Pennington's at second base, batting seventh. Cade Coldiron bats eighth and plays left field. And batting ninth in right field is Aiden Schaefer. Smith, Bloss, Davidson, Ison, Floyd, King, Pennington, Coldiron, and Schaefer. Starting 9 up for the Red Devils. Our officiating crew meeting with the 2 head coaches tonight. Jeff Atkins will call the balls and strike. Zach Moore will be on the bases. 2 veteran head coaches, and most 2 veteran head coaches to speak of in the 16th region. Tim Rice is the old guy. He's about 10 years in his repertoire. Marty Mills sits at 9. Should be a heck of a matchup here tonight. Again, Raceland trying to get to 4-0 in district play. Russell trying to meet Raceland at 3-1 with a split with a victory here tonight. The loss last night, by Russell snapped a 6-game winning streak that they had, and Raceland currently in the middle of a 4-game winning streak after losing only 1 game thus far this season. That was their final game down at the beach to a really good St. Edward team out of Ohio. Yeah, the Rams will head off to Owensboro this weekend. They'll play LCA in their opening matchup of the Elite 8. A win with that one will take them on to the winners in the Final Four against Beechwood or the winner of Wolfe County, Jackson County. Wolfe and Jackson have to play tonight, and then that'll set the bracket to see who will play on the other side of that. Again, those games will be down at Owensboro. And again, the softball team will be down there as well. They have a little bit different format. They play pool play, so they will play 3 games on Saturday, and in the top 2 teams out of each pool advance. A winner plays a runner-up, essentially, in your final 8, and it goes into bracket. You got to win 3 games on Sunday. So 6 total to win an All-A State championship this Sunday for the ladies down in Owensboro at Jack C. Fisher Park. Rams in the white tonight. Russell in the maroon tops and the gray bottoms. First time with us on the channel, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you see something you like. Hit that bell. Each time we put out new material, we'll upload it to your mobile device. We'll step out for a break. We'll come back. We'll meet our pitchers and defensive alignments. And first pitch, it's the Red Devils and the Rams next on the Rams Sports Network.
Life moves fast, and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Since 1992, DSI has been serving their customers with quality products and affordable prices for 33 years. DSI offers a wide variety of gear for your favorite team and also offers wholesale and retail screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, and direct-to-film applications. DSI also welcomes your custom design for your team, business, or anything you may need. Have a vision? Let DSI's custom design team make that vision a reality. For over 30 years, DSI has been the trusted name for quality products and an affordable price. Check them out at 511 Greenup Avenue in Raceland or online at supertees.com. When you find yourself in the need of a lawyer, Blackburn Law should be your first phone call in your time of need. Specializing in bankruptcy, criminal law, family law, and worker disability, Blackburn Law can help guide you every step of the way. Blackburn Law is dedicated to providing exceptional legal services with a personalized touch. For more information, call 606-836-5435 or visit them online at blackburnlaw.net. With over 30 years of experience in representing clients to successful solutions, Blackburn Law is in your corner. That's Blackburn Law, a proud supporter of Raceland Athletics. Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located at 214 Main Street in Old Russell, is your headquarters for sports collectibles, along with a huge selection of Funko Pop characters from sports figures to novelty characters to choose from. Ison's also offers team apparel for pro and collegiate teams and has varsity team jackets available for all local teams with customization available. Ison's features several autographed jerseys for purchase with cards for every set available as well. Stop by Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located on 214 Main Street in Old Russell, and check them out on Facebook.
Ready for baseball here between the Rams and the Red Devils. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Rams. Cold Iron, Smith, and Schaefer, that's left to right. Third to first will be Smith, Ison, Pennington, and Bloss. Braden King will do the catching. And the junior right-hander, Brigham Davidson's on the bump. Davidson, a 3-pitch arsenal, fastball, changeup, slider, making his 7th appearance on the season. For some reason, that stat is not updating for him, though. His record on the season is 4-0. He's got a 1.09 ERA. He's worked 32 innings, 24 hits, 7 runs, 5 of those have been earned. He struck out 28, walked only 6. For some reason, his record is not updating. My producer is working on that now. I think he has found the problem. He's a strike thrower. He works behind his defense, lets them really kind of take care of. There we go. 4-0. You know, I noticed that the other night when he pitched. I kidded today. I said, I don't know that I've done a game, maybe one other game this year, that it's not been Pregame on the bump. Ignite, Paxton, and Wada, the 3 that'll go for Tim Rice's Red Devils. And it'll be Gunnar Ignite. They'll start things off, and he looks at a pitch up and away for a ball, and we're underway. 6:01 first pitch. Mixture of sun and clouds, more clouds than sun. Very breezy, though. Breezy from the left field foul pole toward that right field corner. Here's the 2-0. That's in there for a called strike. No, excuse me. He took that one off and called it a ball. He started to go strike. Here's the 3-0. Upstairs and 4 straight. And Ignite's on board. Not the start you want if you're Raceland. Putting that leadoff man aboard with a walk. Only the 7th walk issued this season. So it brings in the shortstop now of Lane Paxton. Paxton batting .425 of the year, 17 hits, 8 driven in with 3 doubles. He's walked 10 times, leads the team in that category. Check that, my mistake. He is second in the category. This one's inside, and Davidson has yet to throw a strike. Russell has walked 77 times on the season. Ignite and Wada with 14 each. And then you've got Paxton with 10. Ignite takes his lead with good speed over at first base. And that one's downstairs, and it's 6 straight. And here comes Chris Hughes out of the dugout. So uncharacteristic start for Brigham Davidson, who has been motoring through this season. And thus far in the ball game, he has yet to throw a strike, as he's down 2-0 to the second man in the Devils batting order of Lane Paxton. Again, sometimes you get a little too refined, trying to be too fine to the plate. Again, Russell last night was held to only 4 hits. They were not walked a single time. No free passes given up by Landon Bloss, who went the distance in the 5-3 victory. So the meeting at the mound commences. Paxton will settle back in, ahead 2-0. Davidson has offered 6 pitches, and all 6 have missed the zone. That one gets in there for a called strike, 2-1. Always a good meeting whenever you go out as a pitching coach, have a word with your pitcher, and he comes back with that strike pitch. Now you're looking for a ball that you can get into a ground ball here and do something with it. 2-1. That one's low, and it's 3-1. That's not that he's been, low or high. It's been a mixture. Kind of been all over the zone here, the first 2 batters. The pause of the pitch. That's at the top of the zone, 3-2. Paxton thought he had earned him a walk. Instead, Mr. Atkins said, stay right here. Bloss holding Ignite over at first, a slight lead by him. There goes the runner, and this one's fouled away. Russell will run 71 of 75 on the season. Ignite leading the way with 17 stolen base attempts, 17 total stolen bases out of 18 attempts. So if they start the runner again, another payoff pitch. And he gets him to go, and it's a Johnson chiropractic strikeout for the first out of the inning. Good bounce back there by Davidson after falling behind 2-0. And he gets the swinging strike. So now the left fielder Dawson Wada steps in. Wada batting .412 on the year, 21 hits, 14 driven in with a pair of doubles. There goes the runner, and the pitch misses low downstairs for a ball. No throw, as Hignite will take second base without the throw, as King couldn't handle the pitch coming in. So the Red Devils with the runner in scoring position here in the visiting first. Two and 0. Again, very uncharacteristic start for Davidson, who's thrown 13 pitches and only 4 of them have been strikes. Three and 0. He is downstairs on just about every single pitch. So the junior got to work himself out of a jam here in the first inning. 3-0 delivery. That one grabs the corner for a called strike, 3-1. Scores rolling across the bottom of your screen. Major League Baseball scores this evening. We'll keep those updated with games that get underway, and you can see the games that will play later tonight. Here's a 3-1. Downstairs, ball 4. Second walk of 3 batters by Davidson. And the Red Devils threatening for a big inning here in the first. And now, Kilo Anchetta. Off the end of the bat, Schaefer drifting back toward the corner. He'll reach up and make the catch. Tagging will be Hignite. He will move to third base. So it is a productive out. And you can see how much that wind is blowing that way tonight. But it is 2 down in the inning. And now Hayden McGowan comes in. McGowan, a .355 hitter, 11 hits, 12 driven in, a pair of doubles, a pair of walks. At the corners, 2 down for the Red Devils here in the inning. Davidson could wiggle out of this one. It would be huge. He starts with a breaking ball that just doesn't move. He's getting very little movement on his pitches tonight. Russell trying to jump out early and grab a lead. Two and 0. Tolliver's in the on-deck circle, would go next. A pair of walks in the inning. A strikeout and a flyout. Davidson trying to keep a close eye on that runner at first base, making certain Wada doesn't try to break here on a first to third situation. On the outside corner, nice spot. 2-1. Hignite at third after a walk, a stolen base, and a fly ball that moved him over to third. Davidson really worried about that runner at first base. 2-1 into the net. 2-2. That one snapped a few zip ties. You know, we got a few holes up the pole now that we're gonna have to get repaired. Two's wild across the board. I would not be shocked here to see the runner take off on this count. They had him leaning as he was going, and Davidson just kind of softly went through his motion. The 2-2. Upstairs, the delayed steal, as Wada will take the bag. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Red Devils. Can McGowan come through? He's got a full count here. First base unoccupied with Tolliver in the on-deck circle. 2 down in the inning. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. A Johnson chiropractic strikeout to end the inning as Davidson works out of the jam here in the first. The Red Devils leave a pair. We go to the bottom of inning number 1. Rams due up with Bloss, Smith, and Davidson. We return after this on the Rams Sports Network.
Trust is something earned, not given. For over 90 years, KFB has built trust in your community. We believe our neighborhood is our responsibility. Through our quality service, innovative products, and local decision-making, we are committed to your financial success. Better financials lead to a better life, all with the Better Bank headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
When Faith opened Ram Pharmacy, many said a pharmacy would never make it in Raceland. Too small, not enough traffic, not a prime location. But one man remembered the words, "If I be lifted up, I will draw all men to me." At Ram Pharmacy, you're more than a customer. We care about your mind, body, and soul, and there's no thing we wouldn't do to help you with your healthcare needs. Proud supporters of Raceland Elementary and the high school, go Rams, give God the praise, and do Curtis a favor, go to church on Sunday. Call 836-RAMS today. Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life.
Bottom of the first inning, Raceland gets out of the jam after Russell gets runners at second and third, but can't push him across. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment. Left to right, it'll be Wada Kaiser and Criswell, Tolliver, Paxson, Hignite, and Frazier third to first. And Channel will do the catching tonight. And on the bump is the right-hander of Griffin Fisher. Making his 7th appearance on the season, a 3-1 record. 3.68 ERA, 19 innings of work, 22 hits given up, 17 strikeouts, 13 walks, 13 runs, 10 of those have been earned. Fisher, a sophomore. He'll go at the top 3 of the order for the Rams of Smith, Bloss, and Davidson. Well, we got a break in the action. A thing we added in last broadcast, ask the booth. If you've got a question you would like to ask the booth, a.k.a. me, about the game of baseball, or just anything in general, you can text me, 606-571-7281. I'll answer your questions if they are appropriate for broadcast on the air. We'll work those throughout the ball game as well. We'll get our trivia question coming up in the next inning as well. So, again, 606-571-7281. You have a question for Ask the Booth. Get a very lengthy warm-up period here.
Now batting for the Rams, the center fielder, number 1.
So Gunnar Smith will start us off. Smith batting .411 on the year, 23 hits, 11 driven in, 6 walks on the year. You know, the interesting thing about Raceland this year is the number of times they've been hit by pitches. They've walked 71 times. They've been hit 49. They were hit 40 all season last year. Looking at Fisher's repertoire, he'll 3-pitch selection, says Tim Rice. Fastball, curveball, changeup. So he'll sprinkle in a slider every once in a while, but typically stays with those 3 pitches. He's behind 2-0. Russell had 2 runners on with no hits in that visiting first. A pair of walks by Davidson, and he got out of the jam with a strikeout, a fly ball, and another strikeout. This one's fouled away, 2-1. Raceland again quickly pushing toward that 100 stolen base mark on the year. They're 89 of 97. So, again, you know, you get a runner on base, they're free to roam at any time. That's a breaking ball that's down out of the zone. It's 3-1. And this is not where you want to live as letting that leadoff man get a hold of first base in any inning for the Rams. Here's the 3-1. That's upstairs, ball 4, and Smith is on board with a leadoff walk.
Now batting for the Rams, the first baseman.
So brings in the junior of Landon Bloss. Bloss a .455 hitter, 25 hits, 14 driven in, a pair of doubles. He also owns 2 triples, one of those coming last night. He's walked 9 times this season. Gap-to-gap power, and he is a guy that can just drop a bunt down and move a guy over if you need him to. Good lead by Smith over at first base as Fisher comes set. He's got that delivery where he'll set and kind of crawl that front or that leading foot up the mound before he completely comes to his rest and come plateward. Raceland last night stranded 9 runners on base. They had runners on base about in every inning except for one, from what I believe, if I'm believing that was correct. Again, trailed that game 2-1 early. Got it to 2-2 and then pushed it out to 5-2. This one's in the turf, past the catcher. Smith will take second base. He'll give it a turn and look toward third, but he'll stay right there as the Rams have a runner in scoring position on the wild pitch. Smith is wearing one of those things that I think is a huge conversation piece in the game of baseball. And it's that sliding mitt, the oven mitt, if you will. If you have a question about that one, stick that one in the Ask the Booth. I'll be sure to talk about that one all you want to, because I have a lot of opinions on the oven mitts. Nice spot there, 1-1. You know, you look at what they did in Major League Baseball. They made the bags bigger, and they wear these oven mitts. And in the process, what you've done is you've cut down about 3 to 4 inches that a runner has to go now to steal a base. And you're like, that's not very much. It's a huge margin when you're looking at how much time that you get to be able to make a stolen base or a player or catcher throwing the runner out. And that's why you've seen your number of stolen bases go up, even with catchers and the ridiculous pop times that they have now. The larger bases, the Major League level, as well as those oven mitts, have made that happen. And it's trying to make more offensive production at the Major League level. Bloss awaits the 1-2. Chops this one back to the mound. Nice job there by Fisher as he'll handle it himself for the first out of the inning.
Now batting for the Rams, the pitcher, number 12, Pregame Davidson.
Now Brigham Davidson's in. Davidson, 340 hitter, 17 hits, 11 driven in, 10 walks on the year. He fouls this one away. Well, we've already got a question that's jumped in here, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. On the Ask the Booth, this is from Mark Kleinpeter. Peanuts and Cracker Jacks or popcorn at a ball game? Peanuts, 100%. Cracker Jack's okay. I'm a Cracker Jack fan every once in a while, but no, definitely. And for me, it's really not even peanuts; it's seeds. I'm a big seeds guy, so you know that's kind of where I like myself is peanuts, but more seeds than peanuts, and that's me being a baseball guy. It was always funny. I used to load up when I caught in high school. I'd have a jaw full of seeds, and I would always keep the holes on the other side. And that's a way if an umpire made a bad call, I could turn around and clear my seeds out of my mouth and kind of toward his footing area. Never completely on the umpire's feet, but in that general direction. As this one's going to be a hit by pitch as Davidson gets hit in the foot, and the Rams have been hit 50 times this season.
Now batting for the Rams,
Never used smokeless tobacco, just never had an inkling for it whatsoever. I was always a seeds guy. But yeah, peanuts, probably seeds, peanuts, Cracker Jacks. That would be the order that I would go in. So Bryden Bush will come on to run for the pitcher of Davidson over at first base. So 2 on, 1 out, and the shortstop Parker Eisen steps in. One game currently underway in the Bigs as the Guardians and the Astros currently scoreless. 4 games getting ready to get underway, Putting a big one up at Fenway tonight with the Yanks and the Red Sox. Reds are at the Rays trying to get 2 games in a row on them. The Reds blistering hot right now, playing some of their best baseball they've played in almost 25 years. Cardinals are in Miami. Brewers are at the Tigers. And, again, Yankees are at Fenway against the Red Sox. 2 on, 1 out for the Rams. Scoreless but threatening. Nice job there by Ian Channa to smother that one up. This count goes to 2-0. And all the Major League scores flashing across the bottom of your screen. We'll keep those updated throughout the night. Old Eisen. He floats this one out to center field, but right at Kaiser, and that one's over top of his head into the wall. The Rams are going to have a sprint toward home plate. Both runners are going to come home and score. Eisen's going to come in and slide in safely at third, and it's going to be a 2 RBI triple by Parker Eisen as Grayson Kaiser just overran the ball as he came in, and it was over top of his head into the wall. So the Rams dent the scoreboard first. And now G. Floyd climbs in. Infield stays back. And Channa wears that one off the chest. Nothing Rams here in the first. Russell left a pair of runners in scoring position in the visiting first. But Eisen smacks one to straightaway center field that gets over top the center fielder's head and brings home a pair of runners. Now we'll get time and visit from the pitching coach for the Red Devils. Got the trivia question coming up in the next inning. I've got a good one today. It's one that you're if you go to it immediately, you either got really lucky on your guess, or you may know a little bit about baseball. Other than that, you use Google to find the answer. You know, an interesting thing about today in Major League Baseball history, I would not be shocked to see either a no-hitter or a perfect game thrown today. There have been 3 no-hitters, one of those being a perfect game, thrown on this date in Major League Baseball history. I'll give you the dates on all of those here in just a little bit, but as I was digging through my trivia stuff today, and I found that, I was like, wow, a perfect game and 2 no-hitters. That's an impressive mark. So the meeting at the mound is finished. Floyd will settle back in ahead 2-0. Rams trying to make this a big inning, already 2 across after the 2 RBI triple from Parker Eisen. Three 3-0. King in the on-deck circle to go next. We're going to be joined in the 3rd inning by the owner of Eisen's Cards and Collectibles, Mr. Peyton Eisen, older brother of Parker. Here's the 3-0. Outside corner grabs a little bit of black, says Jeff Atkins, 3-1. That's the old get it over strike. Tries to bunt this one down the first base sign, but it drifts foul and the count goes to full. Little safety squeeze going on there for the Rams. Fisher trying to limit the damage to only 2. The Rams with another run 90 feet away as Floyd awaits the payoff pitch. Sophomore into his motion. This one's fouled away at the plate, and we'll try it again. Ison, one of the 2 seniors on this year's program. He and Michael Pennington. A lot of leadership in this group here. It's seen a lot of baseball games. Another payoff pitch. Chopped foul, and Floyd hangs around. Great at-bat here by the designated hitter. You know, Floyd was a kid that did not start the season as the DH. Had a couple of pinch hit duties and came through in some big moments and moved himself right into that lineup spot by doing so. And then from that point, he's become the everyday DH and hasn't given it up. Another payoff pitch. Chopper back up the middle. It's going to get a run home regardless. Hignite will settle and throw. Nice play there by Gunnar Hignite, but it is a productive out as it brings home the run on the RBI ground out, and the Rams lead at 3-0. Really nice play there by Gunnar Hignite. Going back up the middle.
The catcher, number 32, Braden King.
So the base is empty, 2 down, and Braden King, the catcher, steps in. King, a 300 hitter, 12 hits, 7 driven in, a pair of doubles. 7 walks on the year. He's also been hit a team high 11 times. That one's in there for a called strike. The 0-1. Fouled away and quickly 0-2. Fisher the pause of the pitch with the 0-2. Spikes that one into the turf as King standing literally on top of the plate. He has his toes hanging over the white line in that right-handed batter's box. A 1-2. Another breaking ball outside, 2-2. Breezy and warm here this evening after a cold yesterday. Temperatures are starting to come back up nicely. There's a little excuse me swing that's right at the right fielder. Criswell will haul that in, and that will end the inning. But the Rams dent the scoreboard 3 times. They lead at 3-0 after 1 complete. We're back after this on the Rams Sports Network.
Since 1992, DSI has been serving their customers with quality products and affordable prices for 33 years. DSI offers a wide variety of gear for your favorite team and also offers wholesale and retail screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, and direct-to-film applications. DSI also welcomes your custom design for your team, business, or anything you may need. Have a vision? Let DSI's custom design team make that vision a reality. For over 30 years, DSI has been the trusted name for quality products at an affordable price. Check them out at 511 Greenup Avenue in Raceland or online at supertees.com. When joint and muscle pain slow you down, let Doc get your body realigned at Johnson Chiropractic. Dr. Shannon Johnson offers a wide variety of treatments from chiropractic care, corrective exercises, and electrical stimulation. Doc also offers DOT exams and drug screens. He also provides pre- and postnatal chiropractic services to help new mothers alleviate stress drug-free. To schedule an appointment, call 606-473-5151 or visit them online at drshannonjohnson.com. That's Johnson Chiropractic's proud supporter of Raceland Athletics.
3-0 Raceland as we head to the second inning. Due up this inning for the Red Devils, 6, 7, and 8, Tolliver, Frazier, and Fisher. Look at Tim Rice in his 10th season. He's the veteran in the 16th region now. Comes in with a record of 162, 161, and 1. Won a pair of district championships. Or one district championship, excuse me, back in 2017. Lost last year, 1-0 to Raceland. He's had a pair of 1-0 losses in district championships. Has taken his team into the region semifinals a couple of times. That's as deep as he's been able to get his team. Hi, Jacob. Who are you? Not Jacob. Jacob Tolliver's at the plate. Here's a ball smashed through the whole left side base hit and a leadoff hit for Jacob Tolliver. So the first hit of the ball game for the Red Devils.
Now batting for the Red Devils, Frazier.
They only had 4 hits last night. That was something I talked with Coach Rice before the ball game, and he said, tip your cap to Landon Bloss. He said, they kick and flat out throw it. So Jaden Frazier climbs in. That one's down and in for a ball. You need to get your breath? Jacob Hankins is here to talk some baseball with me here in a minute. Tries to move him off the plate, and it's up under the hands, 2-0. Fouled away, 2-1. Runner leaks away from first base. Davidson from the chest. Quick check of the runner. Now joining me here in the broadcast, Jacob Hankins. What's up, man?
What's up?
I haven't talked to you in about a week.
Yeah. Long time no see.
He goes out and gets a full-time job now, and he thinks he's supposed to just quit calling games. 2-1 pitch. Smack through the whole left side base hit, and a pair of hits here for the Red Devils to start off the second inning. So back-to-back innings, the Red Devils have had runners aboard. Now can they find a way to get them across? That was the thing last night. Only 4 base runners they had last night in the ball game. They managed to make 2 runs out of that. But I talked with Tim before the game this evening, and he said, we just didn't hit the ball very well last night. And he said, a lot of that had to do with Landon Bloss. He said, kick and flat throw it.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it on Game Changer. Couldn't really find it anywhere to really watch it. But what I saw seemed like he would not really get in pickles, but early he would be – earlier in counts he would get ahead and find ways to get the outs.
Fisher trying to help himself as he's shown bunt, missed the first one, shows bunt there as Davidson will spin towards second base. Action for the Rams down in the bullpen as Bryden Bush has gone down to start throwing. This is a breaking ball. That's a called strike. Fisher finds himself down 0-2. A little better weather than yesterday.
A little bit. I'm so glad.
You go from 85 to 40. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball called strike 3. Sneaks it in on the top half of the zone. It's a Johnson Chiropractic strikeout. Davidson's 3rd of the ball game.
Fisher kind of caught in between. Didn't really know if he wanted to swing or not. Davidson drops that breaking ball right at the top of the zone.
Really nice spot there. Now Grayson Kaiser climbs in, a 370 hitter. 2 on, 1 out. Fans at the first pitch and comes up empty. You look at Davidson, couldn't find the zone to start the ball game. 6 straight balls, left 2 runners in scoring position. How big is that for the psyche for a guy?
It's huge. I mean, leadoff walk, and you throw 2 straight balls after that, you're like, oh gosh, am I going to be able to get out of this? And then pitching coach comes out and chats him up a little bit, and then he gets ahead with the strike, and then it was just cruising after that. He ended up getting out of the inning unscathed.
32 pitches deep into this ball game. Here's a slow roller out towards second. They'll get the runner at second base. And then they try to throw behind the runner, and that's going to allow a run to score. An unforced error by the Rams that they did not need to do, and it's going to give an unearned run in for the Red Devils, who will dent the scoreboard here to make it 3-1. So 4-6 on the putout out at second base. And then Tolliver's going to score on the throwing error by Eisen as he tried to throw behind the runner and threw it all the way to the back to the side of the fence over past the Rams dugout. And Kaiser's going to move out to second base. So back to the top of the order, the Red Devils go down. Gunnar Hignite, he reached on a walk to start the ball game. He fouls this one away off to the third base side. It's for the Red Devils, big here getting a run back after falling behind 3-0 early.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, now you still got a runner out there in scoring position with the top of the lineup up. See if Hignite here can do something and maybe push that run across.
Hard hit ball back up the middle, and that was going to find its way into center field. Here comes a throw from center. It's going to clip off of the glove of the first baseman and go to the backstop, and that'll allow the runner to move out to second base. It'll be an RBI single by Gunnar Hignite, and the Red Devils have cut the deficit to 1.
Really shocked there that Bloss didn't let that one go through. I think he would have had a shot.
Now batting for the Red Devils, Paxson.
Ball kind of picked up in shallow center field.
So I'm going to credit Bloss on the error there. As Hignite will get a single and an RBI. So the Red Devils get 2 back in the inning. Now Paxson, he's ahead 2-0. I got a feeling if Davidson can get out of this inning and stay right where it is, this is going to be a short night for him. You have nights that it's just not there, and tonight is that night. He's just not been able to find the zone for whatever reason. And when he has found it, he has struggled.
Yeah, I mean, you find the zone, you got to put it somewhere they can hit it. And if it's a fastball, they're going to swing and more than likely make contact and put it in play.
This one's over toward the first base side. Bloss giving it a look, and he reaches up and makes the catch as he brings it back in to end the inning. What a catch there by Landon Bloss. But the Red Devils get back 2, and it's a 1-run ball game as we head to the bottom of inning number 2. Pennington, Cold Iron, and Schaefer. We return after this on the Ram Sports Network.
When you find yourself in the need of a lawyer, Blackburn Law should be your first phone call in your time of need. Specializing in bankruptcy, criminal law, family law, and worker disability, Blackburn Law can help guide you every step of the way. Blackburn Law is dedicated to providing exceptional legal services with a personalized touch. For more information, call 606-836-5435 or visit them online at blackburnlaw.net. With over 30 years of experience in representing clients to successful solutions, Blackburn Law is in your corner. That's Blackburn Law, a proud supporter of Raceland Athletics.
Life moves fast, and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Breezy night here at the ballpark in a 3-2 ball game. Russell getting a couple of base hits to start the second inning, and they take care of credit with a pair of miscues by the Rams defense in that frame to push across the runs. 7, 8, and 9 due up this inning for the Rams. Again, much warmer evening than what we saw yesterday. I had frost on my truck this morning when I got up. I went up to let the dogs out and open up the door, and I look, and I'm like, crap, it's frost. Here's the last look at that catch on the Ison's Cards and Collectibles instant replay. Into the living room with you to make that catch, Landon Bloss. Nice job there by Charlie Morrison, one of my students here with the Ram Sports Network. A look at Marty Mills in his 9th season here for Raceland. Marty, a record of 222-71, has his Raceland team rolling to a 17-1 record this season. Region champs in 23 and 21. And he still, don't ask him about the 2020 season. That's still a sore subject. Michael Pennington will start us off. A .327 hitter is the senior, 16 hits, 18 driven in with a pair of doubles. He's also got some extra base hits, 3 triples and a home run. Those 3 triples lead the team. Remember the night that he got that new bat that he's waving around there across that back shoulder. He was a double shy of a cycle that evening.
It's a good night.
single, triple, and a home run. And he went oppo taco with the home run. And his triple went opposite field as well. Here's the 1-0. Lays off that pitch, called strike 1-1.
I think every hit he had that night went opposite field.
He hits a lot that way. You know, it's just the way he's structured. He lets the ball get deep, tries to hit it the other way, and he's got the power to take it that way with a lot of power, and that's huge. Here's the 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Bottom 3 of the order, and this is a grouping that can do a lot of production at the plate, both power and speed. And again, you look at the way that it's set up, it's meant that way just to get it back to the top of the order.
Or guess what? There's more speed.
And there's more speed and then more power. You know, it's prototypical. You would see a lot of teams, they would hide that worst hitter of the lineup, usually at 9-hole. That was your weakest hitter. It's not like that anymore. It's that guy that can get that lineup to roll back over. Ball 4. So Pennington's on board to start the inning with a leadoff walk. And that brings in Cade Coldiron. Cade, a kid that has plenty of power, finally getting a season to display some of that. He's struggled with injuries throughout his entire high school career, but this year, knock on wood, he's been very healthy, and it has shown. He's had a phenomenal year so far. Got his first high school home run down in Greenup last week. He and Parker Ison both went yard in that game, in game number 2, and that 13-1 win in 5. Manchetta doing a good job keeping the ball in front of him. You got Pennington over at first base. He's attempted 6 stolen bases on the year. He's been successful in all 6. 3-2 Rams here in the home second. He's ahead 2-0.
It's funny. Fisher, I believe yesterday he caught. So he's out there.
Yeah, they flip-flopped what they've got here. So hard hit ball to center at Kaiser. He'll size this one up though for the first out of the inning. Did you see the ball that Julio Rodriguez caught for the Mariners last night? It was a 107-mile-an-hour knuckleball off the bat.
Yeah, good luck trying to catch that.
And it was funny. They showed it was like the shot tracer, and you could see the ball doing this, and it gets about 15 feet from him, and all of a sudden it goes whoop, and he just throws his glove out and hopes for the best and hauls it in somehow. Heck of a play by him. And all he could do, he turned around and he looked at the big screen. He was like, wow, that's awesome. Here's Aiden Schaefer in with 1 out and a runner aboard. If you need to go back and watch the replay on that one if you haven't seen it. But, I mean, Rodriguez he was like, holy crap, how did I just catch that? But, yeah, it was an interesting play to say the least. 107 knuckleball. They said Tim Wakefield was smiling down on that one. Nice bunt out in front. Sacrifice is complete, and a runner in scoring position with 2 down as we go back to the top of the order. Rams will bunt at any position in the lineup.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
And it's, again, just getting guys into scoring position to take advantage of miscues. And here's Gunnar Smith, a walk his first time through and came around to score the first run of the ball game. It was funny. He had Brian Bush almost running up his backside trying to get up the line because he was kind of holding to make sure the ball hadn't been caught on that screamer to Kaiser out in center. That's a first pitch curveball that's in there for a called strike, 0-1. It kind of looked like on that movie on Major League when Willie Mays Hayes almost ran up the backside of, I think it was Pedro, and he's like, "Andale, go, go, go." It's going to be those ones you have two guys sliding at the plate at the exact moment. In the turf, count evens at 1-1. Pennington with good speed out at second base. Any ball down in the outfield would give the Rams a chance to answer back one of those 2 runs that Russell got in the top half of this inning. In the turf, nice job again by Anchetta to suffocate that one at the plate and keep Pennington out there at second base. I didn't get a chance to get to the trivia question. We'll do it next inning. But we did get an ask the booth question, so I'll give you the question. At a ball game, peanuts and Cracker Jacks or, hang on, what was the other?
Popcorn.
Popcorn, yeah. Which one?
Oh. Can I have all 3?
I went with none of the above. I went with seeds.
Yeah.
This one's fouled away.
Well, then I'll take all 4.
I went seeds, popcorn, Cracker Jacks, and then, peanuts, Cracker Jacks, and then popcorn. I went that way there.
I'll just take all 4 of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a wrong answer.
No.
not a wrong answer at all. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the inning. A runner at second base. 2's wild across the board here as Gunnar Smith grips up on that bat just a little bit and really climbs up on the plate on that right side. Fisher is set and a look to second. The pitch. That one gets away from him with a breaking ball that never made it down, and it's a full count. And Fisher only a sophomore. The future of what the Red Devils have coming. A very veteran team this year. 6 seniors on this crew. Here's a payoff pitch. Chopper up the third base side and a foul ball.
But unlike Raceland, the middle infield is very young and the corners are veteran. Not saying that Raceland's corners aren't veteran, but having the middle infield that is veteran is huge.
I mean, you look at what Raceland has to replace next year. They've got 2 guys. Their second baseman and shortstop. Now, again, 2 big pieces of the puzzle. You got to shift. But you returned everything else around it, including your starting pitcher.
Yeah, that's huge.
You know, Ison's kind of worked as the de facto closer this year and has done a really good job with it. Another payoff pitch to Gunnar Smith. That one's downstairs, and Pennington will move up to third base as the ball kicks away from the catcher, and they're at the corners. So Smith with his second walk of the ball game, and that's going to bring Tim Rice to the bump, and that's going to be it for Mr. Fisher. Well, while we have a break, we'll go ahead and stay right here, and let's get our trivia question. So I dug this one up today, and I went deep on this one. So these 2 teams who shared the same mascot start their season on this date in Major League Baseball history with 13 wins each. Who were they? A, Milwaukee and Boston, B, Atlanta and Milwaukee, C, Boston and Atlanta, or D, New York and San Francisco. And I will give you a little caveat to this. The names that are on the screen doesn't mean that the names that they are currently has to be the names they were at the time of that. So Jacob has made his selection, and he's going to say it's C, Boston and Atlanta. You can make your selection by texting me at 606-571-7281. My wife's up there. She's texting right now. She's not texting me, though. God knows what she's texting, or she's probably ordering something off Amazon right now is what she's doing. You know, if the UPS driver goes past my house and he doesn't stop, because he stops to make sure there's not somebody dead at the house. So, but yeah, A, B, C, or D, this date, Major League Baseball history, these 2 teams that share the same mascot started their season with 13 wins. Who were they? All right, so call to the bullpen as Caleb Groves is going to come in to pitch. This will be his 6th appearance. He's got a 1-0 record. No ERA to speak of. He's only given up 1 run. It was unearned. 8 1/3 innings of work. 7 hits, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. He'll inherit 2 runners on board with 2 down, and Landon Bloss at the plate.
Now batting for the Rams, the first baseman.
Bloss grounded out back to the pitcher his first time through. Made a stellar catch there to end the 2nd inning on a ball that he brought back into the ballpark, going over the fence. My wife just gave the answer for the booth. She says peanuts, of course. It took her 47 minutes to type that in because of her fangs that she has on her fingers. I would love to get Gunnar Smith in a game with slip and slide. I mean, that was like maybe one of the most perfect slides I think I've ever seen. And I mean, he just makes it look so effortlessly, too. I'll have to ask him about that tomorrow.
Play a game of slip and slide.
See, we play a game of slip and slide, maybe for a senior game or something. And he'll have to be one of the guest judges. He's only a junior, but we'll see what he can do with it, of putting him out there and see, hey, show us what we can get out of a slip and slide. And then everybody has to emulate what Gunnar does. Lost behind 0-2. Downstairs on the breaking ball, 1-2. Reds out to a 2-0 lead on the Rays. They just keep pounding the ball.
I've got my new favorite Red. Sal Stewart.
Sal Stewart, he says.
Yep. He's my favorite Red this year so far. Granted, long season, so I could probably hate him by the end of it, but we'll see.
Listen, there's always, it's the Reds. You got all kinds of opportunities. Hard hit ball. That one finds its way through a base hit. It'll bring home Pennington. Here comes Smith. Throw comes toward the plate. It's cut off. It'll be a 2 RBI single by Landon Bloss, and the Rams tack on 2 more. It's 5-2. Hard hit ball there by the junior as he smoked that one back up the middle. And again, that speed around the bases shows off right there. Bloss moves up on the throw toward the plate, but a big 2-out swing there by the junior first baseman for the Rams. And now Brigham Davidson. Flares this one foul. Hard hit ball, first base side. That's a fair ball off of the bag into right field. Davidson makes the turn. He'll stop there. It'll be a 2-out RBI single, 6-2 Rams. No questioning that play. It hit the bag and then goes straight up in the air into right field.
Really don't see that often.
Yeah, that's not a play that you see often, but there's no arguing with that one.
Nope.
You can't get any more fair than that.
I want to see a ball hit second base. You go up the middle and just
straight up in the air. Yeah. Here's a look at it on the Iceland's Cards and Collectibles instant replay. Yep, it was a little bit late on that one. That's okay. So we'll get Brandon Bush in to run for the pitcher. And now Parker Ison's in. Ison had a 2 RBI triple his last time up. Mr. Kaiser looks like he's taking a few steps back this time. It was one of those balls off of the bat. He came in and he knew he was beat, and he tried to reach up and make a play on it. It was too late. It's the worst feeling as an infielder, or an outfielder, I'm sorry, is knowing that you made the wrong first step.
Yeah, and I've known Kaiser my whole life, so he's quick, but not quick enough to get back from getting beat like that.
And the problem is when you get beat in a situation like that, it's all the way to the fence.
Yeah, especially.
And there's nobody there to help you. You're waiting for somebody else to get there while that ball's in. Usually it ends up being you.
Yeah. You're waiting on that, waiting for that thing to hit the fence.
Towering fly ball in the catcher's area. It's going to be called off by the third baseman, Tolliver. Whoa, what are we doing there? My goodness. Jeez, they're probably still over trying to text about peanuts. Inning will come to a close, but the Rams tack on 3 more. 6-2. Raceland leads it as we head to the top of inning number 3 after this on the Ram Sports Network.
Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located at 214 Main Street in Old Russell, is your headquarters for sports collectibles, along with a huge selection of Funko Pop characters, from sports figures to novelty characters to choose from. Ison's also offers team apparel for pro and collegiate teams and has varsity team jackets available for all local teams with customization available. Ison's features several autographed jerseys for purchase with cards for every set available as well. Stop by Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located on 214 Main Street in Old Russell, and check them out on Facebook.
Trust is something earned, not given. For over 90 years, KFB has built trust in your community. We believe our neighborhood is our responsibility. Through our quality service, innovative products, and local decision-making, we are committed to your financial success. Better financials lead to a better life, all with the Better Bank headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
We go to the top of inning number 3, 6-2. Raceland in front after the Rams tack on 3 more there in the visiting second inning. Wada, Anchetta, McGowan, and 3 will go for the Red Devils, and the Rams will combat it with a new pitcher on the bump as the right-hander of Caden Smith will take over. Sophomore making his 5th appearance on the season. He comes in with a 3-1 record, a 4.77 ERA, 14 2/3 innings of work, 13 hits, 10 strikeouts, 6 walks. He's given up 12 runs. 10 of those have been earned. It's been a while since he's been on the bump. Joining me now here in the broadcast, the owner of Ison's Cards and Collectibles, Peyton Ison's in. How you doing, my man?
Doing good. How are you doing, man?
Doing well. Thanks for joining us here this evening.
Appreciate you for having me.
For you, again, it was something you did coming out of high school. It was you were already doing it in high school, the whole card and collectibles thing. How did that get started? What started you that way?
Well, it was during COVID in 2020 when the whole world kind of shut down and the card market went insanely nuts. And it was kind of during that time when I started a group on Facebook and started doing like case breaks, box breaks, stuff like that. And then the next year with my senior year, and me and Dad was like, there's no other really shops that offer, like stuff like that around here, so let's open it up and give it a shot. And my senior season there in 22 after football ended, we got it open there, and it's been a success and really good ever since. So.
Nice job there by Smith, knocking that one down, fielding his position well. I remember, it was, like you said, after football season, you had co-op the second half of the day. So you would come to school, and when, some people, they leave to go work in other business. You left to go work at your own business.
Yep.
And as a high school senior, that's got to be big.
Yep. Yeah, it was, we'd get to school, 8 o'clock, bell ring, go to 2 classes, both college classes, and then go to, at 11, go to open up the shop. So obviously thank you to Collins for allowing me to do that, but it was pretty cool to get to do that.
I mean, there's not too many seniors in high school that opens up their own business, and they leave to go work at their own place for their co-op. For you again, this thing's been going for a while. You said it goes all the way back to the year of COVID. How big was that?
That was big, especially with the card market because, during COVID, everybody was sitting at home, didn't have really nothing to do. Kind of everything was shut down. So everybody kind of get into the card game. And so the markets for cards, that was Burrow's rookie year, and everybody was hunting, that one big card. And it just kind of, once you got into it, and got a following, it just kind of boomed and went up from there. So it's pretty cool.
Now, was that something that you were a big component of before you got into that idea?
A little bit. You watch sports, kind of have your favorite players, favorite things like that. But, yeah, it was. Yep. What's
your favorite card?
I've got it at the house. It's not an autograph, but it's a Burrow Prism Rookie Silver.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's PSA 10 too.
Oh, nice. Yep. Here's the 1-2. Out to right, Schaefer dropping back into the corner. He'll get it in foul territory. It will stay just fair, but he'll make the catch. 2 down to the inning. Now for you, obviously, Raceland means a lot. Again, you're an alum here, and this goalpost right here behind us obviously means a whole lot to you as well. How big is it for what you've been able to do, not only as being an alum, but opening a business in this area that's been very successful?
It means everything. Obviously wouldn't be able to do it without family. I've got a lot of family support, dad, mom, all my grandparents, they all help, aunts, everybody. And it means a lot too, because there's really, as Coach Salmon said, there's a Super Quick and a haircut place here in Raceland. There's really nothing else to really, to go and do. So to have the opportunity to open it was pretty cool, and it's still surreal to this day.
Yeah, Coach Salmon's famous quote, he said there's a stoplight, a four-way stop sign, a railroad track,
Yep.
and a gas station. And again, it's not necessarily that order. So for you, when you look at what your aspirations were with the business, have you met those aspirations? Are they still out there? You're still building? Where do you stand?
For every business, you have goals, but there's never really an end goal. You gotta just keep, every time we break those, we always try to, strive for more and, continuing to get better and better. So that's kind of been the goal, is to got where we want to go, but to keep growing and continue to get up there. So
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down as Hayden McGowan battling here with nobody out. Smith trying to work a clean third. Out to center field. Smith coming on. He got a late jump, and he'll make a diving catch. Slip and slide. Gunnar Smith with a smile on his face as the Devils go in order here in the third. Hang around. We'll talk a little bit more. We're back after this on the Ram Sports Network.
When Faith opened Ram Pharmacy, many said a pharmacy would never make it in Raceland. Too small, not enough traffic, not a prime location. But one man remembered the words, "If I be lifted up, I will draw all men to me." At Ram Pharmacy, you're more than a customer. We care about your mind, body, and soul, and there's no thing we wouldn't do to help you with your healthcare needs. Proud supporters of Raceland Elementary and the high school, go Rams, give God the praise, and do Curtis a favor, go to church on Sunday. Call 836-RAMS today. Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life. Since 1992, DSI has been serving their customers with quality products and affordable prices for 33 years. DSI offers a wide variety of gear for your favorite team and also offers wholesale and retail screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, and direct-to-film applications. DSI also welcomes your custom design for your team, business, or anything you may need. Have a vision? Let DSI's custom design team make that vision a reality. For over 30 years, DSI has been the trusted name for quality products and an affordable price. Check them out at 511 Greenup Avenue in Raceland or online at supertees.com.
Bottom of the third inning. Floyd King and Pennington due up. Along with Peyton Eisen, I'm James Collier. Happy to have you along with us here. There's your go. There's your Eisen's Cards and Collectibles instant replay. Take a look at this to end the inning. Gunnar Smith showing off that speed out there in center field. A little bit of a late jump. He says, no problem, I'll make the diving catch in the inning. How cool is that to see your name pop up like that on a sports thing?
That is cool, and I always watch the broadcast, and it feels like that's kind of the one that gets on there 10, 20 times a game, so it's obviously kudos to you for doing that for us. So.
Well, and we can't thank you enough for, you've been with us for a long time. From my previous ventures until, we started up here with the network for school, and you were the first person I contacted, and I was like, you want to, and you're like, absolutely, let's do this thing. And, we can't thank you enough for all the support that you've given us. And, it's not cheap to do this business, but it's because of great sponsors like you that help us continue our ventures of displaying our great student athletes here. And we thank you so much for that.
Of course.
5, 6, and 7 this inning, Floyd King and Pennington. So our Ask the Booth question this evening that came in at a baseball game, which one do you prefer, peanuts and Cracker Jacks or popcorn?
I'm going to say popcorn. I'm more of a popcorn guy. I've never really liked kind of peanuts. I've never really.
See, I said neither for me. I said, actually, I go seeds first, then seeds, peanuts, Cracker Jacks, and then the popcorn from there. If you got a question to ask us, shoot us a text there, 606-571-7281. We'll get you a trivia question here in a second, too. Let you get a run at that one, see how you do with it. Here's the 0-1. That was downstairs, 1-1. You've had some really awesome people that's come through your shop that have been meet and greets and fans coming in and long lines of people out the doors and stuff. What's been the biggest thing that you've enjoyed about doing those things?
Just to get to meet the new people, Obviously, it's good to meet the players and stuff that's coming in, but just to meet the new customers that's coming in. Because every time we do a signing, there's always 50 or so new people that I've never met before, and getting to know them and kind of letting them know, like I use the quote, everybody that comes into the store to a signing, I make them instantly feel like family. So it's just kind of getting to know them, getting to know who they collect and stuff like that. So always getting to meet new people and customers.
And that's big when you get an opportunity like that of you get that new person that maybe they wouldn't have come through your store, but because you had that interaction with that star that's come through there, you've had that opportunity to do so.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And we always use the which our main kind of social media is Facebook, but we realize everybody don't have, Facebook. So we always try to put signs out and everywhere, and that's kind of when we do our events. A lot of the people don't have Facebook and don't see it, so using the yard cards and stuff, and that kind of gets people to introduce, didn't know about us and stuff like that. So
catcher Braden King steps in. He'll chop this one foul over on the first base side. The last one you had in, Chris Sabo, and a big group of people that showed up to see Spuds.
Yeah, that was really good. We opened doors around, I think the event was 11. They opened the doors around 10 o'clock, had a line outside the senior citizen building. So that was really good to see, because with those events, I mean, you expect a lot, but then again, you don't know who could show up or who. So just to see a line like that always makes me feel good, because there's obviously a lot of money that goes to be put into those, because you got to get them here and stuff.
Sure.
So to see the turnout good always makes me feel really good about it.
I was so disappointed he didn't have the goggles on.
I know. There was a couple people that asked that too.
He did have the flat top still, though.
Yep.
Here's the 0-2 downstairs for a ball. What do you got in the works? What's coming up next, if you can say?
We're working on stuff now.
Okay.
We've got working on a couple athletes. We always do a show at the high school every summer, so trying to get a date for that, going through the school. Once graduation and kind of everything gets done with that, we'll kind of pick a date for it. So that's kind of the next big thing, is doing the card show, 30-plus vendors, and we'll have signings up top of the stairs there and stuff. So that's kind of the next thing that we're working on.
Now, your shop located in Old Russell, you don't sell candy there.
No, we do not.
It's a funny story.
Nope.
First time I stopped into the store and went down to do the commercial and stuff, and there's a sign outside the door, and it said, the candy shop is no longer here, or something like that. And I was like, what the heck are you talking about? I'll let you finish the story.
Well, so we bought the old candy store, which is N&M Candy, which is, I guess it's been in business for 40-plus years, I guess. And when we first opened in September, around October, November or so, we kept getting just random people that would come in and ask for candy. And it was getting so bad to where we had to we've got a sign on the door. And it's kind of slowed down now, but I think it's like a seasonal type candy thing. Everybody comes around Christmas or so, but it got bad there for a while, so we had to put a sign on the door to let people know that we didn't have candy. It
was funny. I know while I was there that there was at least 2 people. I was only there for maybe 45 minutes. There was at least 2 or 3 people that came in. Yep. Is this the candy shop?
Yep.
You told me, you said, if I'd known what we had, we'd bought the candy shop. We bought the building.
Yep.
Here's Michael Pennington with 2 outs. Count evens at 1-1. How cool is it to watch your brother, to be able to stand back and watch him?
Because when you grow up and play, he's obviously younger than me. So when I always kick or something, would see him on the sideline. So now it's kind of different point of view. So it's really cool to get to come over here and watch him play.
You feel like the old guy around town now?
I do. When you're in high school and you see all the alumni come to games, you're like, why are they doing here? Obviously do something else. But then here I am. I've been here every game. So it's kind of like, it's cool, though.
Now, you're not camped out on the rockers down there at the Senior Citizen Building on the mornings about 10 o'clock. You go down and have buffet with them at Golden Corral and then come back to the Senior Citizen Building? You're not quite that old guy yet, are you?
No.
So if you could pick one guy that you would say, okay, this is my next event that I'm going to bring in, this person, who would it be?
The way Sabo did, probably Eric Davis.
Now, Eric, I've met Eric. He's an awesome guy.
Yeah, we've not to spoil anything, but we've been talking to Eric. So
Eric is an awesome guy.
But that would be the best one, probably the next one too. So
Pennington looks at a 1-2 pitch. Hard hit ball through the left side, base hit. And Michael Pennington keeps his hot bat alive as he rakes one into left for a 2-out single. Story about Eric Davis. I had my whole family, we were in Cincinnati, and we were leaving the ball game, headed back up to where our car was parked, and I look up and I see a guy walking toward me, and I'm like, I know that guy. That's Eric Davis. And so I stop and I said, Mr. Davis, and he turns and goes, yes. And I was like, can we have your autograph? And we literally stood there and talked to him for like 5 minutes on the streets of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So nice guy. Got pictures with him. And then he just off the street, down he goes. But, man, you talk about a heck of a ball player.
Oh, yeah.
Cold Iron rakes one into center field. Back-to-back hits here for the Rams in the third.
Now batting for the Rams, the right fielder, number 21.
And what all goes into? I mean, how do you make those contacts to even start that process?
So all the current guys have agents. So when you do current guys, you got to go through them first. And then the first one we had Icky Woods. So somebody in the area we knew, got a contact with him. And then kind of when you do one, you kind of knock down doors for the other, because those guys, the athletes know people, they played with them, and so it kind of knocks down the doors for other ones. So thank you to Marty Brennan. Marty Brennan's the one that helped me get Sabo. So big thank you to Marty. So you just got, once you get the connection, it just kind of opens doors for you.
And, Marty has a local connection here. His wife, Amanda, she's from Ashland.
Yep.
Marty and Amanda, great people. I've talked with Marty several times during the last years of his career and then after he retired and stuff. And every year on his birthday, I always send him a text and tell him happy birthday and stuff. And Marty's he's a unique guy, but he's a guy that he loves to give back. And, there's some people, they look at Marty and they know that brash side of Marty.
Yep.
But when you get to know the Marty Brennan, the guy, he's a really humble guy.
Yeah, he was probably one of the nicest I've ever known. I talked to him a couple days ago. He was sent some stuff to get signed for me because we sold out of his stuff in the shop. So sent some stuff up there for him to sign. He's just down to earth, guys that you can, just talk to and like a normal conversation. You don't feel like he's like some big star or something. You just have a normal conversation with him. So he's really cool and nice.
And, that was a fun thing I used to do with Amanda whenever Marty was still calling the games for the Reds. They'd be on the road, and Amanda'd still be in town, so she'd come in and do the show with me. And we would just talk about different stuff, about what she would do when she'd be on there. And, the best part of it, we talked a lot about food. So, I'd say, okay, we're going to this city. Where do you go? Where's your go-to place for this one? And this one's a hit by pitch. It's the second batter hit in the ball game, as the Rams are going to load the bases and go back to the top of the order. And that one's smarts to Aiden Schaefer. But it was little things like that of, you're talking to a wife of a major league broadcaster, and instead you're talking about food.
Yep.
That's just the fun part of it.
Yeah, she's very down to earth. She's
Yes.
from Ashland. Her family still lives here, so she comes in all the time. So I always see her, and she's really nice to really talk to and stuff. So.
All right, bases juiced for the Rams here. A big opportunity to add on to this 6-2 lead, and Gunnar Smith. Pennington, Cold Iron, Schaefer, that's third to first. All this with 2 outs and a first pitch breaking ball in there from Caleb Groves. Another player hustling down to the bullpen for the Red Devils. That's Noah Finch. Jaden Frazier was down there throwing in the visiting half of this inning. Chopper toward the second base side. This could be a tough play. Hignite a running throw and makes the out to end the inning. The bases stay juiced, but it's a 6-2 lead for the Rams through 3. Pleasure, my friend. Thank you so much for everything.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
We'll come back and continue our coverage after this here on the Rams Sports Network.
When joint and muscle pains slow you down, let Doc get your body realigned at Johnson Chiropractic. Dr. Shannon Johnson offers a wide variety of treatments from chiropractic care, corrective exercises, and electrical stimulation. Doc also offers DOT exams and drug screens. He also provides pre- and postnatal chiropractic services to help new mothers alleviate stress drug-free. To schedule an appointment, call 606-473-5151 or visit them online at drshannonjohnson.com. That's Johnson Chiropractic's proud supporter of Raceland Athletics. When you find yourself in the need of a lawyer, Blackburn Law should be your first phone call in your time of need. Specializing in bankruptcy, criminal law, family law, and worker disability, Blackburn Law can help guide you every step of the way. Blackburn Law is dedicated to providing exceptional legal services with a personalized touch. For more information, call 606-836-5435 or visit them online at blackburnlaw.net. With over 30 years of experience in representing clients to successful solutions, Blackburn Law is in your corner. That's Blackburn Law, a proud supporter of Raceland Athletics.
Top of the 4th inning, 6-2 Rams in front. 6, 7, and 8 do up this inning for the Red Devils. Tolliver, Frazier, and Fisher. Big thanks to Peyton Eisen joining me there on the last inning, talking a little bit of everything about what he's been able to do with his business. And, again, it's so cool to see a youngster like that started at the high school level and was able to make something out of it the way he did. And his younger brother starts things off with a throw for the first out of the inning. So now Jaden Frazier, 1 for 2, steps in. First pitch misses high for a ball.
Out to Eisen again. Low throw, but Bloss digs it out of the turf. 2 down. So good job by Caden Smith, who has come in and settled down Russell's bats after Davidson struggled to get through the first couple of innings. This one's fouled away at the plate as this is Caleb Groves that comes into the place now of Fisher. Groves a .600 hitter on the season, 3 hits. That one fouls away. In there for called strike 3, and the Devils go quietly here in the 4th. We head to break on the Ison's Cards and Collectibles instant replay. It's the Johnson Chiropractic strikeout by Caden Smith, and the Rams lead at 6-2 as we head to the bottom of inning number 4. We return after this on the Rams Sports Network.
Life moves fast, and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located at 214 Main Street in Old Russell, is your headquarters for sports collectibles, along with a huge selection of Funko Pop characters, from sports figures to novelty characters to choose from. Ison's also offers team apparel for pro and collegiate teams and has varsity team jackets available for all local teams with customization available. Ison's features several autographed jerseys for purchase with cards for every set available as well. Stop by Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located on 214 Main Street in Old Russell, and check them out on Facebook.
Bottom of the 4th inning, beautiful evening here in Ramland. The wind has actually finally stopped blowing. It's been a very comfortable evening, to say the least, but without that, that's been about the only thing here today. Bloss Davidson and Ison do up this inning. Let's take a look at our trivia question. On this date, Major League Baseball history, these two teams who share the same mascot started their season with 13 wins. Who were they? A, Milwaukee and Boston, B, Atlanta, Milwaukee, C, Boston and Atlanta, or D, New York and San Francisco. And again, little hint I threw out there, the teams that you see with the list there may have a different name than they did then when it happened. So that's the possibilities that is there. Text me 606-571-7281. Check that answer in the next inning. Major League Baseball scores rolling across the bottom of your screen. Several games well underway. Reds leading the Rays 4-0 down in the Trop. Bottom of the 2nd inning in that game. Yankees have jumped out to a 1-0 lead on the Red Sox. That game headed to the top of inning number 3. Up in Fenway. Brewers in front of the Tigers 2-0. Cardinals and Marlins even at 1. Landon Bloss starts us off. Bloss smoked a single to center his last time through for a couple of runs driven in. The 1-0. Hard hit ball to center, but Kaiser's got a beat on it. He'll take a couple of steps in and make the grab for the first out here in the 4th.
Now batting for the Rams, the 3rd baseman, number 12, Pregame.
Now Brigham Davidson comes in. 1-for-1 with a run driven in and an RBI. Got that in his last at-bat. Got another question that came in last time we had the game that I didn't get a chance to get to, and I really wanted to get to that one. And it was, what is the perfect ballpark hot dog? Well, there's only 2 things that need to go on a hot dog at the ballpark, and that is sauce and mustard. Mustard on the bottom, by the way, then the sauce on the top. So when you eat the hot dog, you don't get mustard all over, especially me with a big mustache that I have. You don't get the sauce or the mustard in the mustache. So sauce, mustard, hot dog, that's it at a ballpark hot dog. Now, a campfire hot dog, whole different world, but at a ballpark, sauce, mustard, hot dog, that's it. Don't need anything else. 1-1, swung on a miss. 1-2. Some of the best hot dogs you will get at a ballpark come right here. Ram Stadium, they do it great up in the concession stand. Grove's back to work. Davidson pokes this one out to Hignite. He'll scoop and throw. 2 down. Again, tried to do something with that ball that it did not want to do, and that was pull it. Needed to go the other way with it. So 2 quick outs for Groves, and now Parker Ison's in. Ison 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI triple, excuse me. Breaky ball in there for a called strike. You know, if my wife would stop texting me answers to the questions and the trivia, she'd probably stop missing shots on the field. Hard hit ball down the third base side. A diving grab. Tolliver to his feet. A strong throw. Not in time. That was an all-around great play there by Tolliver, though. Parker Ison showing off the speed. Get the infield single. The dive, the throw, not in time, though. A hat tip to that young man. But Ison picks up his second hit of the ball game with a 2-out single. Now G. Floyd's in 0 for 2. That's as good as you'll get at any level right there. Nice and good speed of that right-handed side. Got down the line and beat him out by a step. Floyd flares this one over to the first base side dugout. Heads up, Red Devils. Six-2 Rams here in the home fourth. There goes the runner. It is a called strike, and somehow Parker Ison swims himself out to second base with a stolen base. Anchetta's throw had beat him to the bag, but watch on the back side of this the effort that he does to get through there. So a runner in scoring position, Floyd down 0-2. Great look at there on the Ison's Card to Collectibles instant replay. 0-2, chopper out towards short. Paxton on the short hop. The running throw, and the Rams are done in the fourth. They leave a runner aboard, 6-2 through 4. Rams in front, back after this on the Rams Sports Network.
Trust is something earned, not given. For over 90 years, KFB has built trust in your community. We believe our neighborhood is our responsibility. Through our quality service, innovative products, and local decision-making, we are committed to your financial success. Better financials lead to a better life. All with the Better Bank headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
When Faith opened Ram Pharmacy, many said a pharmacy would never make it in Raceland. Too small, not enough traffic, not a prime location. But one man remembered the words, "If I be lifted up, I will draw all men to me." At Ram Pharmacy, you're more than a customer. We care about your mind, body, and soul, and there's no thing we wouldn't do to help you with your healthcare needs. Proud supporters of Raceland Elementary and the high school, go Rams, give God the praise, and do Curtis a favor, go to church on Sunday. Call 836-RAMS today. Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life.
Top of inning number 5, 6-2 Raceland. To up this inning for the Red Devils. 9 in the top, Kaiser, Hignite, and Paxson.
For the Red Devils, Kaiser.
Hard hit ball to third and a foul ball. Kaiser 0 for 1 in the ball game. Hit into a fielder's choice his first time through. Swing and a miss. Smith fans another on the Johnson Chiropractic strikeout to start the 5th. Smith's second strikeout of the ball game. And the base is empty. We'll go back to the top of the order and Gunnar Hignite. Hignite 1 for 1 with an RBI. Also walked to start the ball game. That's at the knees. 1-1. Right-hander back to work. Foul tips this one into the mitt. 1-2. Fouled straight back. Count holds it a ball and 2 strikes. Hard hit ball out to second, but right there's Michael Pennington. A little flare off of the bat. Pennington gobbles it up, no problem. So Hignite's retired for the first time this evening. Base is empty, and Lane Paxton's in. The shortstop 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He got robbed in foul territory his first time through, or second time through, excuse me, on a ball that Landon Bloss brought back in the ballpark. He's ahead 2-0. Towering fly ball to third. Davidson makes the catch, and the Devils are done in the 5th. Time to stretch at the ballpark. 6-2 Raceland. Back after this on the Ram Sports Network.
Since 1992, DSI has been serving their customers with quality products and affordable prices for 33 years. DSI offers a wide variety of gear for your favorite team and also offers wholesale and retail screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, and direct-to-film applications. DSI also welcomes your custom design for your team, business, or anything you may need. Have a vision? Let DSI's custom design team make that vision a reality. For over 30 years, DSI has been the trusted name for quality products and an affordable price. Check them out at 511 Greenup Avenue in Raceland or online at supertees.com.
When joint and muscle pain slow you down, let Doc get your body realigned at Johnson Chiropractic. Dr. Shannon Johnson offers a wide variety of treatments from chiropractic care, corrective exercises, and electrical stimulation. Doc also offers DOT exams and drug screens. He also provides pre- and postnatal chiropractic services to help new mothers alleviate stress drug-free. To schedule an appointment, call 606-473-5151 or visit them online at drshannonjohnson.com. That's Johnson Chiropractic's proud supporter of Raceland Athletics.
Bottom of the 5th inning. Rams up 6-2. King, Pennington, and Cold Iron to 3 to go for the Rams this half of the inning. Trying to play some catch-up duties here with the scores across the bottom of your screen with the scoreboard ticker. A new addition. Something I love. It's something I keep up with throughout the ball game, so I figured why not throw it across the screen. Takes a few moments to get everything in there, but hey, it's all good. As soon as I start talking it up, what to do, it freezes.
Now batting for the Rams.
It's all right. I'd shoved a lot of data in there to it, so that's why. All right, Braden King, the catcher, will start us off. King 0 for 2 tonight. A line out and a ground out, both to the right side. Caleb Groves starting his second full inning of work. That's a high strike. 0-1. Rams got 3 runs in the first, 3 in the second. Russell with 2 in the second. And no more scoring since then. King settles back in. Oh, excuse me, swing out to first. Frazier will flip to the bag. Groves will step on the bag. 3-1 on the putout. 1 down here in the 5th.
Now batting for the Rams, the second baseman, number 3.
So Michael Pennington's in, 1 for 1. He smoked one his last time through on a hard hit ball through the left side. Comes up empty on the first pitch, breaking ball. That one's upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. First time with us on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you see something you like. Hit that bell each time we put out new material. We'll alert you to your mobile devices. 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Rams on the road the rest of the week as they'll go to Bath County on Thursday before heading off to Owensboro this weekend for the All-A State Tournament. They'll play Lexington Christian Saturday at 10 o'clock in the Elite 8. They'll play the winner of either Beechwood, Jackson County, or Wolfe County. Jackson County and Wolfe County playing their sectional championship tonight. This was down the line right side and bending foul. Now goes to 2-2. Rams will be here Monday against Lewis County. They'll go to Vanceburg on Tuesday. Then at Johnson Central on Thursday. Then they've got Cabell Midland scheduled here on May the 2nd. Then Ashland on Tuesday, May 5th. East Carter on Wednesday, May 6th. Huntington on Friday, May 8th. A doubleheader with Fairland and Montgomery County on the 9th. And then they go to Boyd County and Ashland on the 12th and 14th to close out the regular season. Hard to believe we're almost to that point. Postseason play, we're about a month away. Here's a payoff pitch to Pennington. Outside quarter called, strike 3. Gets caught looking, and the second out of the inning retires the second baseman, and Kate Caldarn comes in, but the base is empty.
Now batting for the Rams, the left fielder, number 7, Kate Caldarn.
Caldarn 1 for 2. Smoked a single to center his last time through. All 8 runs scored in those first 2 innings. And it has quietened quite some since then. That was Grove's first strikeout. It was the Rams' only strikeout of the evening. Astros have pushed ahead of the Guardians, now 3-2, top of the fifth inning up in Cleveland. Red Sox Yankees, top of the fourth inning, still a 1-0 ball game in favor of the Bronx Bombers. Reds in front of the Rays, 4-0, bottom of the three down in St. Pete. Here's the 0-2. Ball back up the middle. Shortstop fires across, and the Rams go in order in the fifth. We've played 5, 6-2 Rams. We're back for more after this on the Ram Sports Network.
When you find yourself in the need of a lawyer, Blackburn Law should be your first phone call in your time of need. Specializing in bankruptcy, criminal law, family law, and worker disability, Blackburn Law can help guide you every step of the way. Blackburn Law is dedicated to providing exceptional legal services with a personalized touch. For more information, call 606-836-5435 or visit them online at blackburnlaw.net. With over 30 years in experience in representing clients to successful solutions, Blackburn Law is in your corner. That's Blackburn Law, a proud supporter of Raceland Athletics.
Life moves fast, and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Top of the sixth inning, getting late here at the ballpark. Do up this inning for Russell, 3, 4, and 5, Wada, Anchetta, and McGowan. Check our trivia question here in this inning. That one's, well, started to call it a strike, and then he pulls it back. Jeff Atkins, he's done it a few times tonight. That's about the third time I can think of. He'll start with the wind-up and then stop. That's on the outer half. I called strike 1-1. Over toward third, Davidson trying to run it down, and will make a nice running catch for the first out of the sixth. Nice play there by Brigham Davidson to open up and get down the line to make the catch.
Now batting for the Red Devils, Anchetta.
So Anchetta, the catcher's in, 0 for 2 tonight. He gets started with a fastball in the inner half. Anchetta, a pair of flyouts, both to right field. That's at the knees with a fastball, and he's down 0-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Chopper out to second. Pennington on the high hop. 2 down. Now the DH of Hayden McGowan.
Now batting for the Red Devils, McGowan.
Right to the net. I never flinched. Neither did my producer. If either one of us did, we both went for the ball, but we didn't flinch. If we flinched, we were fired. That is a gimme. You're not allowed to flinch if you're playing behind a backstop. Late breaker. That was filthy. It's 0-2. Smith trying to work another clean inning. 0-2 to the plate. Pennington on the back end. He'll flip it to ice. A little razzle-dazzle one time. How about it? They've been practicing that play this year, and they show it off to perfection in this one. How about a little 4-6-3 for the inning out as the Devils go in order here in the 6th. Rams lead at 6-2. We're back for more after this on the Rams Sports Network.
When Faith opened Ram Pharmacy, many said a pharmacy would never make it in Raceland. Too small, not enough traffic, not a prime location. But one man remembered the words, "If I be lifted up, I will draw all men to me." At Ram Pharmacy, you're more than a customer. We care about your mind, body, and soul, and there's no thing we wouldn't do to help you with your healthcare needs. Proud supporters of Raceland Elementary and the high school, go Rams! Give God the praise and do Curtis a favor. Go to church on Sunday. Call 836-RAMS today. Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life. Since 1992, DSI has been serving their customers with quality products and affordable prices for 33 years. DSI offers a wide variety of gear for your favorite team and also offers wholesale and retail screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, and direct-to-film applications. DSI also welcomes your custom design for your team, business, or anything you may need. Have a vision? Let DSI's custom design team make that vision a reality. For over 30 years, DSI has been the trusted name for quality products at an affordable price. Check them out at 511 Greenup Avenue in Raceland or online at supertees.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning, 9 in the top due up this inning for the Rams. Let's take a look at our trivia question tonight. It was on this date in Major League Baseball history that these two teams started their season with 13 wins. Now, it was in opposite years, but it was on this date. The answer was either A, Milwaukee and Boston, B, Atlanta, Milwaukee, C, Boston and Atlanta, D, New York and San Francisco. And the answer was B, Atlanta and Milwaukee. The Atlanta Braves started 13-0. They started off with a 13-0 season back in 1982 when they beat the Reds 4-3. And the Milwaukee Brewers started a 13-game winning streak that ended on this date with a 7-1 loss to the Chicago White Sox that tied the Atlanta Braves record for the quick, best start to a season of 13-0. All right, we'll get a pinch hitter here for Aiden Schaefer as Sam Lind will start us off, and he'll look at a first pitch in there for a called strike. Let's see who got in first with the correct answer tonight. Tim Madden. Congratulations, Tim. You win an all-you expense-paid trip to the Bahamas. Here's a slow roller out to Hignite at second. He'll flip over to first, one down. I would like to have a paid trip to the Bahamas.
Wouldn't we all?
I don't care where it goes, just as long as it's on a cruise ship. There is nothing better than cruise life.
No, it's a blast.
It is. I've been off of a cruise for over 3 weeks, and I still can't figure out how to eat. It's depressing. All right, Gunnar Smith's in. He's 0 for 1, 2 walks in the ball game. He's made a couple of dandy catches in this ball game. How much downstairs for a ball? Jacob, you went with D on the
C.
Or you went with C? Okay. Yeah.
Isn't there a Boston Braves?
There were. It was the Boston Braves. So you had the Boston Braves, the Milwaukee Braves, and then the Atlanta Braves. So Milwaukee used to be the Braves as well. You had the New York Giants that then transferred over to the San Francisco Giants. So, yeah, I had them all in there, man. I sprinkled them around. That's what I tried to shake it up a little bit tonight to put a question mark in there. Here's the 2-0. That's in there for a cold strike. The interesting thing about this date of Major League Baseball history, there were 3 no-hitters, 1 perfect game on this date. And I was digging through, and I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive. So 2012, Phil Humber throws a perfect game against the Mariners in a 4-0 win. Then, let me dig through my notes here. Hang on. Jake Arrieta throws one in 2016 as the Cubs beat the Reds 16-0. Sorry. And I've lost my other one here. Can't find my other one. Here's a slow roller back to the mound. Groves will run it to first base. There's 2 down in the inning. find the other one. That's my mistake. Either one.
There was 3.
There was 3. All right, Landon Bloss is in. He's 1 for 3. Oh, fat finger to key when I put in Bloss's stuff there. It's because I'm trying to do about 16,000 things right now. That's okay. But by the time I figure out how I want all of this to operate, the season's going to be finished. It has been a lot of fun, though, getting the start to this and just building a solid foundation for what we're doing here with Raceland and the Ram Sports Network. We've got a lot of fun stuff in store. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Bloss has got his second hit of the ball game. 2-out single by Landon.
Now batting for the Rams.
And now Brigham Davidson's in.
Third baseman.
Davidson started on the bump, handed the ball off to Caden Smith, and he has been locked in. Sun finally peeking through those clouds, and, man, it is making it tough. He sees a first pitch breaker that's in there at the top half of the zone.
Yeah, I was down there taking pictures in the end of the last inning. Jaden Frazier couldn't see the ball coming at him when Lane Paxton was throwing from him.
And that's what it looked like. You could kind of tell he was like, and you saw Zach Moore, the first base umpire over there, kind of check to see what that one was, if whether he held on to it or not, because you can kind of see him juggle. But Jaden made a great play on it. That's a tough play to make, too. Parker Ison did go to the bullpen to loosen. He has since returned to the dugout as he is in the on-deck circle next. We'll see if we'll get him in the 7th or if they'll let Caden Smith roll with it. Smith has thrown well today in relief. There's a little flare over toward the third base side. Tolliver camps underneath it, and the Rams are done in the 6th. Russell coming to the plate in the 7th, down 4. Bring you back after this on the Ram Sports Network.
Life moves fast, and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located at 214 Main Street in Old Russell, is your headquarters for sports collectibles, along with a huge selection of Funko Pop characters, from sports figures to novelty characters to choose from. Ison's also offers team apparel for pro and collegiate teams and has varsity team jackets available for all local teams with customization available. Ison's features several autographed jerseys for purchase, with cards for every set available as well. Stop by Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located on 214 Main Street in Old Russell, and check them out on Facebook.
New pitcher on the bump for the Rams as the Red Devils come to the plate for the final time in the ball game, down 4. Tolliver, Frazier, and Groves are 3 scheduled to appear. And they'll get the Rams closer, Parker Ison, to try to close things off and lock up the 1 seed for the Rams. Ison will be his 8th appearance on the season. He's got a 1-0 record, no ERA. He's thrown 8 innings, 2 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 2 walks, has not given up a run. He'll go at 6, 7, and 8 for the Red Devils. Jacob Tolliver, 1 for 2, starts us off, and he looks at a fastball in the outer half. So taking a look at Smith's final line, he goes 4 innings. No hits, struck out 2. And just really kind of set Russell down whenever he came in to take over.
You saw a lot of hitters frustrated at his change in speeds between his fastball and his changeup.
That one fouled off of our home plate umpire, Jeff Atkins' shoulder. At least it hit it in the correct spot. Swing and a miss. Kings knocks that one down. He'll fire it down to finish the strikeout. for the first out here in the 7th.
Now batting for the Red Devils, Frazier.
Now Jaden Frazier's in. Ison pumps that first pitch fastball at the knees. Against a righty, that's an almost unhittable pitch.
Yeah. He's either going to chop it into the ground or foul it off.
Breaky ball that doesn't tumble over. He hit that one twice. Now in golf, that's a two-stroke penalty. And that was not a foul ball. That was a swing and a miss, and then when the ball come out of the glove, he hit it the second time on the release. So 1-2. If there would have been a runner on base and the ball would have been put in play, it would have been called dead. Here's a swing and a miss. Again, King fires it down to first base. A bad throw, and it's going to let the runner reach safely. So one out base runner aboard as Ison fans his second consecutive batter.
Groves.
Now Caleb Groves is in 0 for 1. Oh and 1. Or excuse me, 1-0, my mistake.
Ison really just gets the ball and goes, doesn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't really care about that runner over there. He's ready to go. When he comes set, he's coming to the plate. This one could be 2. Out to Pennington. Over to Davidson to Pennington, excuse me. Davidson actually moved over to second base, and Pennington was at short. They get the lead runner, and there's 2 down in the inning.
Now batting for the Red Devils, Kaiser.
So 2 down, the Red Devils down to their final batter of the ball game. And Grayson Kaiser, who's 0 for 2, steps in. That one's low for a ball. Get a runner over at first base, as that's Noah Finch in to run. Nice job there by King to keep that one in front of him and hold that runner out at first base. The count goes to 2-0. Stay tuned with us after the game. We'll check all the scoring and stats of this one.
You can tell these Russell hitters have really been off with their timing.
There goes the runner. Throw down to second base is not in time. So Finch swipes second. But again, the runner, the only one that matters the most right now for the Rams, the one at the plate. Again, all 8 runs of the ball game came in the first 2 frames. Fan and a miss. Swing and a miss, and a Johnson Chiropractic strikeout to end the ball game. Rams win it 6-2, your final. We'll step out for a break. We'll come back for post-game coverage after this on the Rams Sports Network.
Trust is something earned, not given. For over 90 years, KFB has built trust in your community. We believe our neighborhood is our responsibility. Through our quality service, innovative products, and local decision-making, we are committed to your financial success. Better financials lead to a better life. All with the Better Bank headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
When you find yourself in the need of a lawyer, Blackburn Law should be your first phone call in your time of need. Specializing in bankruptcy, criminal law, family law, and worker disability, Blackburn Law can help guide you every step of the way. Blackburn Law is dedicated to providing exceptional legal services with a personalized touch. For more information, call 606-836-5435 or visit them online at blackburnlaw.net. With over 30 years in experience in representing clients to successful solutions, Blackburn Law is in your corner. That's Blackburn Law, a proud supporter of Raceland Athletics.
When Faith opened Ram Pharmacy, many said a pharmacy would never make it in Raceland. Too small, not enough traffic, not a prime location. But one man remembered the words, "If I be lifted up, I will draw all men to me." At Ram Pharmacy, you're more than a customer. We care about your mind, body, and soul, and there's no thing we wouldn't do to help you with your healthcare needs. Proud supporters of Raceland Elementary and the high school, go Rams! Give God the praise and do Curtis a favor. Go to church on Sunday. Call 836-RAMS today. Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life. Since 1992, DSI has been serving their customers with quality products and affordable prices for 33 years. DSI offers a wide variety of gear for your favorite team and also offers wholesale and retail screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, and direct-to-film applications. DSI also welcomes your custom design for your team, business, or anything you may need. Have a vision? Let DSI's custom design team make that vision a reality. For over 30 years, DSI has been the trusted name for quality products at an affordable price. Check them out at 511 Greenup Avenue in Raceland or online at supertees.com. Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located at 214 Main Street in Old Russell, is your headquarters for sports collectibles, along with a huge selection of Funko Pop characters from sports figures to novelty characters to choose from. Ison's also offers team apparel for pro and collegiate teams and has varsity team jackets available for all local teams with customization available. Ison's features several autographed jerseys for purchase with cards for every set available as well. Stop by Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located on 214 Main Street in Old Russell, and check them out on Facebook.
Life moves fast, and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
When joint and muscle pains slow you down, let Doc get your body realigned at Johnson Chiropractic. Dr. Shannon Johnson offers a wide variety of treatments from chiropractic care, corrective exercises, and electrical stimulation. Doc also offers DOT exams and drug screens. He also provides pre- and postnatal chiropractic services to help new mothers alleviate stress drug-free. To schedule an appointment, call 606-473-5151 or visit them online at drshannonjohnson.com. That's Johnson Chiropractic's proud supporter of Raceland Athletics.
Trust is something earned, not given. For over 90 years, KFB has built trust in your community. We believe our neighborhood is our responsibility. Through our quality service, innovative products, and local decision-making, we are committed to your financial success. Better financials lead to a better life. All with the Better Bank, headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
When Faith opened Ram Pharmacy, many said a pharmacy would never make it in Raceland. Too small, not enough traffic, not a prime location. But one man remembered the words, "If I be lifted up, I will draw all men to me." At Ram Pharmacy, you're more than a customer. We care about your mind, body, and soul, and there's no thing we wouldn't do to help you with your healthcare needs. Proud supporters of Raceland Elementary and the high school, go Rams! Give God the praise and do Curtis a favor. Go to church on Sunday. Call 836-RAMS today. Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life.
Beautiful sunset down the line there in Lloyd as the sun has come to an end here in this one as the Raceland Rams move to 4-0 in 63rd District play, picking up their 18th win of the season as they knock off the Russell Red Devils by a final score of 6-2. Again, it was a very competitive battle. Raceland put up 3 early. Then Russell got 2 back in the second. The Rams answered with 3 more in the second. And from that point, it was kind of a moot point the rest of the way. It was pitching that kind of dictated how this game played out. And we'll go through all of that here in just a moment as we'll name our Rescue Pro Player of the Game and then look at all of our game highlights as we wrap things up here tonight on this one. The Red Devils, again, a scrappy bunch tonight, just could not figure out a way to get the big timely hit. They had a big opportunity there in the first inning when they left 2 runners on after getting 2 guys on, and Brigham Davidson's first 6 pitches fall for balls. And then after a quick meeting at the mound by his pitching coach, Chris Hughes, got dialed back in and was able to pick up a couple of strikeouts, including his final batter of the first inning. He fanned to get out of the jam and leave runners at second and third to start the first frame. That's when the Rams put up 3 and kind of went on cruise control after that. But it was Caden Smith that came in and worked in relief he'll pick up the win tonight after going 4 innings in relief. And he threw the ball very well here this evening to get the Rams their 4th 63rd District win on the season. So they've got 2 games still to play in 63rd District matchups. They've got Lewis County next Monday and Tuesday. They'll be here on Monday, in Vanceburg on Tuesday. And with the win tonight, the Rams will have the 1 seed. Even if they would fall against Lewis County, the other 2 teams that would have a chance of getting to 4-2, they've beaten both. So they would have the tiebreakers no matter what happens. So it would be the Rams as the 1 seed regardless of what happens. Because, again, even if you had a tie, the tiebreaker would go to the Rams because they've beaten both the other 2 teams that they could be tied with at that spot. We ready for the player of the game? All right, let's name our Rescue Pro player of the game tonight. And it is our sophomore pitcher of Caden Smith who gets the win. 4 innings, no hits, struck out 2. Came in, threw the ball effectively, stayed around the zone, took care of business as he'll pick up the victory here this evening. And on the season, that will take his record to 4-1. So hat tip to the sophomore Caden Smith, our Rescue Pro player of the game. All right, let's take a look at our highlights here this evening as we'll wrap things up on this one. Again, a lot of action on the bases. Aiden Schaefer with a nice running catch to start the inning. This allowed Russell to get runners at first and third. They would get runners to second and third, and Brigham Davidson pitched himself out of a jam there in the first inning. Rams got things going, a 1-out RB, 2 RBI triple that Parker Eisen put in to get the Rams their first 2 runs of the ball game. They would put 3 up there in the first. Davidson gets out of a jam, and then here's a nice running catch by Landon Bloss as he goes into the fence and brings that one back in the ballpark to end the inning there in the second as Russell leaves a runner in scoring position again. Gunnar Smith, beautiful slide out to second base. Had to put that one in there. But the Rams, again, they push this one out to a 6-2 lead. This one's a RBI single from Brigham Davidson as he laced that one down the line at first base that hit off of the bag and smacked over top the bag and then down into shallow right field. Here's Smith coming on with a diving grab there to end the third. Again, the Rams defense played well behind their pitchers here tonight. Final box scores look like this. 3 hits tonight for Russell. Hignite, Tolliver, and Frazier each with a single in the ballgame. Raceland totals 7 hits tonight. Landon Bloss goes 2 for 4. Parker Eisen goes 2 for 3. Eisen with a triple for the lone extra base hit in the ballgame. Pitching looks like this. Griffin Fisher goes an inning of 2/3, 1 hit, 5 runs, all earned. Didn't strike out a batter. He walked 3. He'll take the loss. Caleb Groves comes in and goes a 4 1/3 inning. 6 hits, a run. It was earned. Struck out a batter. Did not walk anybody. Brigham Davidson, 2 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. It was earned. 1 earned. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Caden Smith goes 4 innings of no-hit baseball. No runs, 2 strikeouts, no walks. He will take the win. And then Parker Eisen finishes out the final inning. He strikes out 3 of the 4 batters he had to face in the final frame. Final numbers in the box score. Russell, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 4 left on base. Raceland, 6 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. They leave 6 runners on base. Took us an hour and 56 minutes to decide this one, and it's a 6-2 win by the Raceland Rams. For Trey Collier, Felicia Collier, Charlie Morrison, Jacob Hankins, I'm James Collier saying so long from Raceland. The Rams win it 6-2. All games airing on the Rams Sports Network are streaming live and archived on the Rams Sports Network YouTube channel. This has been a presentation of the Rams Sports Network.